Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload a new video at least once a week, so if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe to my channel so you can stay on top of all of those new videos. If you've been following me, you know that Gerald and I, my husband and I, just bought our first house. We've been renting up until now, and this house is really special to us, and we're loving it so far. And I want to talk about one of the best things we've done so far. We decided to have our home spiritually cleansed before we moved in. This is a relatively new home. It's a townhouse. It's only about like 20 years old or so. And my grandparents were the only other tenants. They were sort of the ones who like built it. They picked all the like design aspects, like my grandma picked the cabinets for the kitchen and everything. So it was only ever their house. And it's cool that we know that, because I know most of the time in like a traditional situation, you would be moving into a house where you don't really know much of the history. But for me, I know all of it, fortunately. And we were able to buy it because my grandpa actually moved down to Florida. So it's all really good circumstances, like why we were able to do this. But we did really have some hard times here. So one of the things I wanted to do was to make sure all of the old energies were out. So I kept thinking in my mind, like when we decided we were gonna buy this house, I kept saying to my husband, like, I definitely wanna do that. I definitely, like when the time comes, like when we're about to move, I'm gonna reach out to Marquita and see if this is a service she provides. Cause my friend Marquita is a holistic guide. So she does like tarot readings and like coaching and a lot of really cool stuff. But I wasn't sure if she does home cleansings, but I just kept her in the back of my mind and kept thinking about it. And then as we started to move in, a lot of really tough stuff started to come up for me. So we didn't really come here as kids, like me and my brother and my cousins. We didn't celebrate holidays here or anything like that. My grandparents would always come to our houses and we'd celebrate there. Even as I got older, like we weren't here a whole lot. My mom would come here a lot to do things with her mom and to help them out. But I really started coming here when my grandma was sick, and my grandpa, long story short, had a situation where he had to go like stay at the hospital and stay at like a rehab facility for a while. Really, like my mom had a really clear picture of what her mom's health looked like, and she was like, you know, she can't be here by herself overnight at this point. Someone needs to be here. So my mom and her siblings started like switching off nights, and we learned that my grandma was suffering from dementia and night times were really, really hard for her. So it would get scary for her at night. And as she got closer and closer to the end of her life, things just got darker and scarier and sadder. She did end up passing in this house and actually in this room. So for me, like, thinking about sleeping in this room was hard. It was a really hard memory for me, and not just the fact that she passed, because I believe in an excellent afterlife. So I believe when you pass, you get to go to heaven, you get to be reunited with everyone you love who's crossed over. So we were so sad to lose my grandma, but we know she's with her mom and her dad, and that's a blessing. So I think the difficult part was more the memory of like the hardships we walked through with her, and just this was a site of some really hard times. Like I was like, I'm so happy we're buying this house, but can it ever really be our house? Like can I ever separate those memories from our new beginning here? And the answer is yes. Yes, I love our house. I feel good in our house. Our bedroom is a happy place now, and I'm confident that there are good things to come, and that this is going to really be a site of great joy for us for years to come. So when I was feeling all of that heaviness and all that doubt, that was when I was like, okay, this is it. I have to reach out to Marquita and see if this is a service she provides. So I kind of want to like walk through the process that she went through and like everything it entailed, because she did such an amazing job. And like I get emotional talking about it, because I couldn't be more grateful. So working with Marquita really just took me from that sadness into what feels like a beautiful new beginning. And that was exactly what I was looking for. So like 1,000% mission accomplished. And I just want to talk about like what she did, what her process was, and like what the ceremony was like, what we did like on the day of, and things that we're sort of carrying into the future with us, like different spiritual practices and things that Marquita recommended we do. Of course, I'm gonna leave her linked in the description. So if you're in Illinois, I'm not sure like how far she travels. I don't know what city she lives in, but if you're in like the Chicago suburbs, you could definitely reach out to her if you need any sort of like spiritual services like this. So here's the information I gave her. I sent her a message and I said, "Hi Marquita, hope you're doing well. I was wondering if you've ever done anything like a spiritual cleansing for a new home. My husband and I just bought our first house and it's been in my family for a bit. I was hoping to clear out some of the leftover energies from some difficult times we went through in the house so we can start fresh. Please let me know if this is something you could do and what the cost would be. Hope to talk to you soon." And Marquita said, "So nice to hear from you. I'm well, hope you are too. Congratulations on your new home. Thank you for thinking of me. Yes, I am able to do a spiritual cleansing. The price for the cleansing would be $150. And I never like to talk about how much things cost, but with this, like, this was such a value for the price. It was, I really feel that we could have paid more for everything she did, like the service she provided really, I think, was much more valuable than her price. This includes an initial consultation to learn more about you and your new home and intentions you'd like to set. The consultation is about 30 minutes. I then do my own reflecting, meditation, and tarot after our meeting and deliver any messages that I may have received. Upon arrival to your home, I lead a brief energetic meditation/intention with you, and from that point, I hold the cleansing ceremony. This process can take 1 to 2 hours depending on the size of the home and if I find any area that needs additional cleansing. The price also includes travel to your home and a cleansing kit that I will provide that can be used to maintain the energy of your home." And I said, "This sounds exactly what I'm hoping for." And then we set up our date for the consultation. So the consultation over Zoom, I really just got to like tell her sort of what was going on, sort of what I was hoping for, but she had a complete like system. Like she knew like exactly the steps that she planned to do. She walked us through that. And she just asked us some guiding questions. Like she asked if we have any like religious affiliations. She asked what crystals I own, which was really cool because she did end up giving me a couple little crystals in the cleansing kit, and that was so sweet. And she made sure I didn't have like duplicates, like it was things I didn't have yet. So we went through kind of a lot. She told us what was gonna happen at the ceremony. And then she did a tarot reading. So I've looked a lot at like different YouTubers will post about like tarot, like people they've worked with who do tarot and things like that. And some YouTubers themselves do tarot. And like the price I've seen for like YouTubers and even like not YouTubers, like anyone who does like tarot readings over email, where you send questions and then they pull cards and then they send it to you. Every time I've looked into that, it's always been the same price for just that Marquita charged us for this whole, the whole entire experience. So just the fact that she did this tarot reading, I feel like could have charged more because it's so cool. And she used these like purple cards from like, I always see these on the site Biddy Tarot, but it's just so like aesthetic. And she even included some numerology. So it says the goal of this reading is to dig deeper into the energy of your home. In this packet, you'll find the tarot cards pulled after our consultation and my interpretation of the cards based on the energies I've already picked up on. I've also included questions that I asked the cards. After your home cleansing ritual has been completed, I will review rituals and practices with you that will help maintain the energy of your home. So she asked like very personalized questions like, what does Dana and Gerald need to know about their new home? How can they overcome the negative energy in the home that may reappear once it's been cleansed? And is there anything Dana and Gerald need to know as they move forward to this new stage in life? And since like there was a number that appeared twice, she even included numerology about the number 5 and what that means. So that was really, really fantastic. We had sort of something to like walk into the ceremony with, like some extra information. And then before the date, she sent us a follow-up. So here's what she said then. She said, we'll open the ceremony with a prayer/meditation. You're also free to share any additional intentions you may think of to add to our prayer meditation. Next, I will begin my cleansing process, which will entail me passing through your home 3 times clockwise. If I feel the need to make a 4th or 5th pass around the house, I will. I will be praying, welcoming good energy, and asking any negative energy to leave your home. I ask that you remain in one place inside of your home, or you may step outside of your home if you'd like. And she asked us to have just a couple things ready for when she arrived. A small bowl of purified water, and approximately a teaspoon of any type of salt. I really loved that she said, like, get the house as clean as possible, and she also made it a point to emphasize, like, get rid of things that you don't want to keep. Like, I had a garage sale the weekend before we did our ceremony, and so I had like a bunch of stuff, like my old things, my grandparents' old things, my mom's old things, and the garage sale did not go very well. I feel like I sold so little, like we didn't have a lot of customers, like, because Marquita said, like, have it all out, like get it cleaned, have it, you know, fresh by the time I come. I was so motivated to actually like get rid of things. Like, nothing sat in the garage after the garage sale. There's a couple things still that like I want to sell that I've like listed on Facebook Market, but it really gave me like motivation to create that fresh slate and to get all those things donated and out of our lives in a timely manner, or else you know how that is. That could have dragged on literally forever. So then came the day of the ceremony. Marquita showed up and she was wearing all white for protection. And Gerald and I wore white too. We just figured, like, what could it hurt? So we put on little white outfits, and she came in and set up her tools, and we did our meditation. And she said something I really liked, because again, I was so busy that day, just trying to get the last of the things out from the garage sale, trying to get everything cleaned. And she said, take a moment to call back the energy that you lost during the day. So that felt really good. I really like needed it, I feel like, because I had been just nonstop all weekend. And she called upon our angels and our spirit guides to be with us for the ceremony. And she combined the water with the salt, and that was one of the things that she walked around the house with. So Gerald and I stepped out and sat on our back porch and just kind of talked about our intentions and our memories, and it was still emotional at that point. And I mean, I guess it always will be emotional to talk about my grandma and talk about all of that, but I just was like, I have a lot of faith in Marquita. Like, she is one of those people with just a beautiful, good vibe about her, and she always has been. Like, when we worked together at David's Tea, we weren't there together that long, but we did like start together, like we trained together and everything. We were both new at the same time. And she just, like, whenever I was working with her the few times, like, I knew it was gonna be like a good experience. Like, she just, everyone around her like feels zen and feels calm, and that's like the best kind of person to work with in like a stressful like retail job. But this is like the perfect career for her. Like, it's so cool that she is doing this now, because she just has that like vibe that just makes you feel like good. Like, it just makes you feel like secure. And Gerald said too, not to stereotype, but some like spiritual people sort of make you feel stupid, like there's so much you don't know, like I have all the wisdom you don't have. Like, she's not like that. Like, she made me and Gerald feel so comfortable, and she really like educated us on things that like will help us and will keep our vibe, keep our home happy, without making us feel like, I don't know, it felt like she was like sharing her wisdom. Of course, she's so knowledgeable, but it was in such a comfortable way, like such a welcoming way, where we just felt really really good about it and really like included and empowered. Empowered is what I'd say. Like it was never like she just really, yeah, she made us feel really empowered and really comfortable. So as she cleansed the house, we sat outside and we'd see her every once in a while come by like the back door. And then she called us back in and asked us to open up all of the windows and doors so we can let everything out, like let all the energies that were in here out and just have a big, beautiful release. So we did that, and then we came together for the last meditation, and she asked me, she said, okay, so you told me your grandma passed here, right? I was like, yeah, she did. And she said, was it in the bedroom? And I said, yeah, it was, because I'd never told her like where, I guess. But I said, yeah, it was. And she said, yeah, I spent some extra time in there because I could definitely feel it. And she told me that she used her pendulum and like really just took her time in this room. And I really appreciate it. She said that, you know, there's nothing bad. It's not like haunted or anything, but there's sad energy. My grandma was still hanging around in here being sad. She's just said she really felt a somber vibe in her body, and she asked anything that doesn't serve Gerald and I to please leave. So I was like, okay, gotta ask my grandma to leave, I guess. But she said, like, as long as she complies with the new rules of this isn't a sad place, this is a happy place, she can stay. I do still like feel her presence here, and I see cardinals. I think she shows up as a cardinal for us, but I no longer really feel heavy. Like we did our closing meditation and I felt the release. Like I could really feel the emotions. Like I could feel in my body that we were processing it, you know. And I know grief is like sort of a lifelong process, but like the sadness in the home, I could like feel it, and I could feel myself like going through it. And Marquita asked if she could give me a hug, and she went on her way. And honestly, like I cried a little bit. I came in here, I thought of my grandma, and I cried. It really felt, it didn't feel like a sad cry or anything like that though. It really just felt like releasing it, like going through it, like feeling it so I can move forward. And I really thank Marquita for that, and I thank, of course, my grandmother for that, for helping me, for allowing me to let go of those sad memories. I remember my grandma as like this vibrant little joyful lady. She really was. My grandma was a dancer. She taught dance classes at Fred Astaire. I think of her like that. I think of her cooking. I think of her big, beautiful walk-in closet with all the most beautiful clothes, many of which are mine now. And so I'm building like closet built-ins and turning it into my dream closet, sort of in honor of her. So instead of like holding on to all that sadness that I felt here, I can really like remember her joyfully and remember her for who she really was, and sort of detach it from this physical space. And this physical space now is fresh and clean and happy, and I love sleeping here and I love living here, and making it our own feels so good. And my grandma's always in my heart. She's always here. So Marquita did leave us with a really cool bag of like things to help keep the vibe right in our home. And she's really detailed about things, which is amazing. If you watch my channel, you know I talk about every detail. A lot of people say I talk too much detail, but I like to. She gave us a white candle, Florida water, purification herbs, spiritual oil, obsidian, rose quartz, and a spray bottle. Home cleansing tips. To maintain the energy in your home, or if the energy in your home shifts, you may perform home cleansing for energy maintenance. You may cleanse your home intuitively. For example, if the energy in your home needs a shift, you may burn sage around your home or spray Florida water in certain parts wherever you may sense low energy. And then it goes through each thing. It says how to smudge, which this is the sage Marquita used. So it just gives some insight on how to do that. She also told me a chant I can do that is good, and afterwards she sent me like a video of it so I could really like remember it. And then she gave us Florida water and explained how to use that. This stuff smells amazing, like so good. I wish I could just like smell this everywhere all the time. And she said that it's perfect for areas that are hard to smudge or places where you don't want smoke. So good spots are like your drawers, cabinets, corners, under the bed, closet, car, clothing. You could even spray it yourself or use it in your body wash or to clean your home or your laundry. And she gave me a spray bottle to put it in, so I transferred most of it in here. And it's really nice because I can just kind of like, you know, if I'm feeling like I need to, I can spray. Oh, and then the salt water. Salt water is known for absorbing negative energy, so you can find a glass or a bowl and fill it with water, add a few pinches of salt and leave it out for 3 days. And you put it like in whichever area of your home needs it the most. So then you can tell your spirit team, whatever doesn't belong to us and this home, put in this bowl. And after 3 days, you can pour the water down the sink or pour it into the ground. The one that we used for our home cleansing, we poured into the ground and released even more. If you sense that this energy is a little heavier, you may add a few drops of camphor essential to dispel this negative energy and a few drops of lavender to welcome in pleasant energy. And then candle magic, she gave us this beautiful candle, and there's like herbs and things at the top that she prepared. And again, it smells so good. And for that, she gave us these herbs that we could use in it and this essential oil blend. I'm not sure if it's the camphor with lavender or if this one is something different, but she said candle magic is an easy way to demand that negative energy leave your home, and walks through each step how to perform candle magic. Like, I've always considered myself a little magical, like kind of witchy, but as someone who's always sort of identified with like magic and witch things, this was really exciting for me. So there were a lot of other things that Marquita suggested that she said to us like while she was here, but then I was like, how am I ever gonna remember all that? And this is how, because she sent me this amazing email with everything, a digital version of that paper, and some personal reminders. So she said flowers or plants are encouraged in your home to keep the energy up. I recommend keeping a plant or flowers in the bedroom, front door, or both. Nature keeps good energy circulating. So I've been like stocking up on plants. I really took that to heart. I've had like a flower vase next to the bed, but my flowers are no longer good, so I have to get some new ones. But I've been doing that and I really think it helps, and it just feels nice. It just feels good to have like flowers and plants around. Sweet smells in your home, such as lavender and citrus, are recommended. Remember to release the salt water after 3 days. We did that. If you happen to feel the somber energy of your grandmother again, remind her that you release her in love and that it's okay to cross over. Let her know that you'll always hold her in your heart. Let her know that your home is a place of love, warmth, and happiness, and that she's welcome only if she complies with the new energy of your home. I recommend a nighttime ritual that will uplift your spirits before bed. Perhaps reading together, talking about something funny, or things, places, or memories that bring joy. Make sure to smile and hold each other in gratitude before bed. That's something really important, I think, just for relationships too, is tell each other you're grateful for each other. I'm so grateful for my husband. It feels good to be able to express that. And we do sort of have a nice nighttime routine here. We love to watch Harry Potter together almost every night. It's kind of embarrassing how much we watch it, but we love it. And we have all these like jokes and things about it, and we're always like just talking about theories. So I think we do that. And oh, the crystals. You may keep the crystals anywhere you'd like in your home as a reminder of love and protection and to commemorate your home cleansing. So we have a tourmaline, this is the black one, and this pink one is the rose quartz. and I've been keeping them close to the front door. Here is the chant that I mentioned. It's a perfect way to uplift energy in your home, and she sent me a YouTube link so I can like hear it for myself. It's recommended to cleanse your home quarterly. There's no need to cleanse every week or month. However, please cleanse when your intuition tells you to do so. If you're ever feeling physically heavy from low energy, take an Epsom salt bath with a splash of Florida water to release the negative energy and call all of your energy back. And then I did tell her I wanted to do a review, so she mentioned that, and I guess that's what this is. So hopefully she likes it. It's honestly incredible. Even when my mom came back into the house, she said she could feel it too. Like she could feel that it was new and it was fresh and it was the house was ready for us. So I just want to give like the biggest thank you ever to Marquita. She was amazing. She made us feel so at ease, and I appreciate it so much. Like the value of what she did. I'm not even sure there is a price you could put on it, to be honest, because we feel so good in our house now. We're just comfortable and happy here, and it just feels like fresh and airy and bright and good. So if you're in Illinois, I'll link her below, but if you're somewhere else, I do recommend, if you're moving into a new home, have someone come in and set the energy for you. Like get the old energies out, because you only want to have things that are going to be good for you and are going to serve you and help you in your next phase of life. So I hope you are all staying safe and healthy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.